Hi, here's a quick tutorial on how to make a dog tag. So we escape out of the Blender thing, get rid of the cube, we make sure it's highlighted, which it is, X, delete, bingo. So we don't have to create a lot of the assets from scratch. What we're going to do is we're going to import two things, and let's import a SVG. And the SVG we're going to import is going to be the Dogtag base with hole, and I'll link you up with this. Okay, now it's very, 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 very small, but there it is. Now, what we need to do is we need to give at the moment it's just a plane. I think it's a bunch of curves really. So what we want to do is we need to create it to create a mesh out of it. And of course nothing's actually highlighted, is it? So what we can do is we can left click. So if we left click that, now we can object, convert to mesh. Okay, so now once it's a mesh, we can do a whole bunch more with it. So what I want to do is, let's E for extrude. Actually, wait, no, sorry, we need to go to, we're in object mode, we need to go to edit mode, and you can do this by either pushing tab or by clicking edit mode there. So once you get the hang of it, it's easier just to hit tab. Now we need to extrude. Extrude's not work. Okay, sorry. We need to push A to select all, and then we extrude. Okay. And so as you can see, we can sort of extrude it up or down, and we want to extrude it up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to escape out of that. So we type E for extrude, and then what we want to do is let's go up. So I'm typing on the keypad 0.005. Okay, that gives it a little bit of, as you can see, it gives a little bit of depth. I might go a bit thinner, so whoops, don't worry about that, I was hitting keypad, so we're going to go E, 0.0025. Okay, so we're going 0.25, 0.0025, then we hit enter. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to add some to the RHD text, so we go File, Import, SVG again, and you can create, your Corel Draw will be able to create a whole bunch of SVGs. So we're going to do the RHD SVG. Now, with the RHD, it actually imports it as a whole bunch of individual curves. Actually, that's one thing. See, that curve's got orange, and that's highlighted there. I'm just going to call this base. Okay, and that way we can sort of not get confused. So as I can see how it's sort of each one of these is a different curve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight. I'm sorry. What I'm doing is I'm shift left left selecting all of these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to join them. Okay, and that creates one thing out of all those different curves. I'm going to call this RHD. Okay. So what we want to do now is we want to make this a mesh. Then we want to extrude. Oops, sorry, we've got to go to object mode, edit mode, yep. And then we type A for all, E for extrude, and this time we're going to extrude 0.005, so 0.005. Now, notice how it actually moved it down. Now that's going to mess with our heads later, so what we want to do is now we go, I escaped out of that, push E, minus 0.005, okay, and that raises it up, okay? And trust me, that just creates sows a whole lot of dramas later on. Now, I'm going to push, I'm going to get out of the edit mode and go into object mode, and I'm going to push 8 on the keypad. No, I'm not. I'm going to push 5, no, 7 on the keypad, okay? And pushing 7 on the keypad gives me the top-down view. Now I want to scale this, so I push S for scale, and I can use my mouse to scale it. When I'm happy, I push enter. Now I'm going to push G for grab, and then I'm going to place it there. Okay, and I could probably scale it a bit more, so S for scale. Oops. And I think I'm actually scaling. I'm scaling the Z-axis to crap. Okay, I'm going to just Z back out of all of this. I think that's back to where I started from. I'm sorry about this. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in. I think. Okay. Okay, yeah, right, let's. Okay, yeah, no, so that's fine. So what I was doing, what I did before when I scaled it, I want to scale on all axes but the Z. So to do that, we can go S. Now we go, if we go Shift Z, that will scale on everything but the Z axis. So I'm just going to escape out of that. If I scale, but don't pick anything, see how the whole thing just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's not what we want. Okay, so let's go to a top view. Oh, crap, where's top view 7? Okay, so top view, scale, so S, Shift Z, and that selects everything but the Z axis to scale. Get it to what we think. Yep, there we go. Now we grab. And what we want to do is we just want to escape out of that. We want to grab, and we want to use the x-axis, move it across, grab, so G, then push Y for the y-axis. Okay, we've got some weird curve action going on here. Okay, now I'm not sure why that's happening. I obviously went and rotated somewhere, so let's hope I haven't butchered this too badly, but let's scale. Shift Z, make it a bit smaller, then G, X, move it, G, Y to move it on the Y plane. I think it's just some weird shadow rendering or something like that. Okay, and there we have our dog tag. Now, to look at it, what we can do is if we go here and we go to rendered, that's sort of take into account light. Now, if I push 2, we can slowly rotate that. Okay, and so it's sort of, that probably doesn't look too bad. Okay, so if we go back to wireframe, okay, actually I like to go to solid, okay, and what we want to do now is go back to top view, so I'm pushing 7 to go back to top view. Now, if I push B, hold right click, I can draw a box, and this is called a bounding box, and anything that the bounding box hits gets selected. And what we want to do now is go join. Okay, so now that's created a complete unit. What I want to do now is just have a last little look around. So let's rotate like that. We can rotate that way. So basically what we're doing is I'm just spinning around just to have a look, make sure that everything's as it should be. Yeah, there's no massive Oh, what's going on there? Okay, I don't know what the hell is going on there. Probably something's happening. Yeah, I don't know. Something's happening on the back surface there. What I should have probably done was just nudge that text up a little bit. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Assuming it's working, let's go File, and then we go Export as a STL, and then let's call it Dogtags. RH. Let's call it. Oh, wait, sorry, no. Why am I exporting as SVG? Sorry, File, Export, SLT. Okay, and then we go. So I want dog tags. So let's call it dog tag demo 01. Okay, and I'm going to push enter. Oh crap. Okay, I'm just going to exit out of that. Obviously we don't push enter. So export STL. Then you go into dog tags. Okay, dog tag from video demo. Okay, and then we go export STL. Okay, and that's it.